May 27th, 2025. Starship Flight 9 breaks the sky, chasing history. 7 minutes in, a sudden pressure crash rips through the mission. A methane leak inside Starship's nosecone triggers catastrophic failure, and the upper stage is lost in flames. SpaceX's dream veers into disaster. But was this explosion the end, or the most important lesson yet? Here's what really happened. The countdown hit 0, and Starship Flight 9 surged off the pad at Starbase, Texas, every one of its 33 Raptor engines igniting in perfect sequence. In the control room, engineers tracked the pressure curves and chamber temperatures, watching as the vehicle cleared the tower and accelerated through the lower atmosphere. At T+1 minute and 30 seconds, the rocket passed max Q, the point of maximum aerodynamic stress, where the forces pressing against the hull reached their highest. Sensors reported no anomalies, structural loads followed the models exactly, and the vehicle's stainless steel frame held steady under the strain. As Flight 9 climbed, the Super Heavy booster throttled down for main engine cutoff. All valves and tank pressures remained within their predicted bands. At T+2 minutes and 41 seconds, stage separation unfolded with mechanical precision. The booster peeled away, and Ship 35's 6 Raptor engines fired up, their ignition signatures confirmed by both ground telemetry and onboard instrumentation. Acceleration smoothed out as the upper stage took over, pushing Starship higher toward its planned velocity. In a brief on-camera segment, a SpaceX propulsion engineer describes the moment. "We saw clean ignition across all Raptors, stable propellant flow, and textbook separation. Every metric matched our simulations. The system performed exactly as designed through ascent." By T+6 minutes and 43 seconds, Ship 35 had achieved its planned speed. The mission's early milestones all checked off. The vehicle was flying as intended, its path to orbit still wide open. At 7 minutes and 21 seconds into flight, a sharp drop appears on the methane tank pressure graph. The line plunges, outpacing every model. Overlaying telemetry from the nosecone, analysts spot a sudden spike in gas readings. Methane levels inside the forward section jump far above baseline. This is not a subtle leak. It's a rupture. In the next 10 seconds, attitude data begins to drift. Quaternions, the mathematical markers of Starship's orientation, swing off-axis. Reaction control thrusters fire, but there's not enough pressure left to stabilize the ship. Independent telemetry analysts, including Tim Dodd, break down the collapse frame by frame. At T+721, the pressure crash is unmistakable. Methane floods the nosecone, and you see attitude control slipping almost immediately, Dodd explains. He points to the passivation trigger, a command that vents remaining fuel, a last defense against uncontrolled breakup. On the pressure curves, the drop is matched by a flat line in control authority. Graph overlays confirm the cascade: diffuser fracture, methane leak, pressure collapse, loss of attitude, then autonomous passivation. Each event is labeled, confirmed by SpaceX, verified by FAA, or still under investigation. In 80 seconds, Starship moves from nominal flight to unrecoverable failure. The telemetry leaves no doubt. The chain of failure is mapped in real time, with every sensor telling the same story. After the failure, SpaceX engineers set out to prove their solution on the ground before risking another flight. At the McGregor, Texas test site, a redesigned methane diffuser took center stage. The new unit featured thicker stainless steel walls, a switch to 316 LN alloy, and a mounting system built to absorb vibration. each change born from forensic analysis of the failed part. Stand tests pushed the hardware to extremes: 8,500 psi pressure, rapid temperature swings from -183 to +65 degrees Celsius, and over 1,200 full pressure cycles, simulating more than 10 missions worth of stress. No cracks formed, no leaks appeared. Automated ultrasonic and micro-CT scans confirmed every weld and joint held up under repeated shock. Strain relief mounts, now with a broad 30mm fillet radius, distributed loads evenly, preventing the stress concentrations that doomed the original. These upgrades didn't just pass, they exceeded every qualification benchmark, restoring confidence in the system's resilience. Inspection protocols were updated, with new non-destructive tests and mandatory checks before assembly. Each result, logged and reviewed, built a scientific case for flight readiness. The FAA officially closed its investigation into the Starship Flight 9 mishap on August 15, 2025. The agency's final report cited a root cause in the upper stage gas diffuser and confirmed that SpaceX had completed all corrective actions. With this regulatory green light, SpaceX received immediate clearance to proceed with Flight 10. The investigation's closure was more than a bureaucratic milestone. It signaled confidence in the engineering fixes and the program's safety case. SpaceX's response included comprehensive hardware upgrades, new inspection protocols, and mandatory non-destructive testing for every critical pressure vessel. FAA oversight teams audited these changes, reviewing test data and process logs before signing off on the next launch. Flight 9's telemetry and failure analysis produced a trove of new data, driving not just hardware improvements, but also refinements in flight software and guidance algorithms. The lessons learned are already shaping Flight 10. Thicker gas diffusers, enhanced tank inspections, and improved engine relight procedures are now standard. Every anomaly, every fix, is logged and fed back into the design loop. For SpaceX, the path forward is clear. Each test, no matter how public the setback, becomes the foundation for the next leap. Investors and engineers alike now look to Flight 10, knowing that the future of Starship is built on this relentless cycle of trial, error, and progress. On May 27, 2025, Starship Flight 9 lifted off at 1836 Central Time, marking the program's third orbital attempt that year. Telemetry confirmed all 33 Raptor engines fired successfully, and stage separation was nominal. But at T+7 minutes and 21 seconds, a sudden pressure drop signaled catastrophic failure in the nosecone gas diffuser. According to SpaceX's incident report and FAA documentation, this fracture caused a methane leak, triggering the vehicle's autonomous passivation sequence and ending the flight in flames. Despite high-definition data and replicated ground tests, some details about the initial diffuser fracture remain under review. The FAA closed its investigation in August 2025, validating new hardware and inspection protocols. With Flight 10 now cleared for launch, Flight 9 stands as a pivotal lesson. Even in failure, every confirmed anomaly pushes engineering forward. The evidence is clear. Each setback yields knowledge, and each launch brings us closer to Starship's goal of building a reusable path to the Moon, Mars, and beyond.